solid trading session during forward testing Asia and London session. And I want to break that down on exactly how I caught all these moves using fair value gaps, liquidity, inverse fair value gaps, and OTE levels. So basically, for quick context, this is a forward testing session. This is not financial advice whatsoever, because I've recently taken a step back after going break even on my live account in May, and I'm just like refining my execution, just testing the waters of my strat before going full force in June. It is June already, but I'm going full force in like mid-June. Okay, so and I started in Asia. I was bearish from the start. On the higher time frame, I identified a hourly fair value gap, a hourly bearish fair value gap, which price then later tapped into, as you can see right here. That already gave me my direction in bias. Then I went on the 15-minute time frame, which we also had a slight tap into a bearish fair value gap also, which gave me basically additional confluence to take shorts. At this point, I just dropped into the 5-minute time frame to find my entry, and I was waiting for a higher time frame inverse to form, which was basically this 5-minute inverse fair value gap right here. We broke that, and that's where I entered. Once that inverse, I entered and looked for a 2 to 2.5 risk to reward ratio, targeting basically these lows in Asia, which I marked as my draw on liquidity for the day. We're still trading within that hourly fair value gap though. And I noticed we made a intermediate sweep of hourly internal liquidity. So basically this right here, I saw this get swept, which I wanted to see if we could get a long out of this. So basically I saw this intermediate hourly getting swept, and then I basically went on the 5-minute, which I'm on right now. I marked my OTE from this low to this high right here. We basically tapped into the 05 level, and I scaled to the 1 minute to basically find a inverse fair value gap right here to give me additional confluence, which we got, and then that would have been my entry. Again, I don't take so much trades, but just because of the forward testing purposes, I was basically seeing what opportunity the market would present me at this time. So basically, as this inverse, I would have entered right here on the break of this inverse, and then I just target a simple 1 to 6 risk to reward ratio. Nothing much, something simple. As I said before, we're still trading into that hourly bearish fair value gap, so I wanted to be cautious of that. But I believe that because of the intermediate sweep, we could basically go up a little bit more before going down. Basically, I was up for the whole night, so basically I run this price action up to London session, similarly to the first trade we took, which was this short right here. We're still in the hourly bearish fair value gap, and I saw that we swept a intermediate high. In that, it was basically a 15-minute intermediate high, 15 to 5-minute intermediate high. Which then I waited for a higher time frame inverse again in London, which would basically be this 5-minute right here. So we broke this right here. As you can see, we went down a little bit in profit, and then we came back up to respect this fair value gap right here, and then further dropped down. So basically my target for right here was these lows still. Honestly, I don't go for such big risk to reward trades, but because the opportunity presented itself, I wanted to see the potential of what the trade could hit for. And it did. So basically, these were great trades from Asia to London session. This played out really strong and ran all the way down to my take profit, as you can see right here. And this would basically be the strongest trade from the both sessions. So overall, this testing session gave me 3 solid trades from Asia to London, as you can see. And the main takeaway for me was basically all you have to do is dumb this shit down. It doesn't have to be complicated. As long as you make your strat simple and easy to understand, not filled with a lot of confluences and indicators and stuff like that. Just simple chart work, and your results will pay off with consistency. So this is basically the end of the video. I'll continue to forward test throughout June and document the process as I tighten my strategy and aim for slightly higher risk to reward executions, because normally I love my 1-to-1 risk to reward ratios or 1-to-5 risk to reward ratios. And I realize that those are really high probability and they hit take profit relatively faster and stuff like that. So yeah, this is basically the end of the video. If you like this video, consider liking and subscribing to follow along my journey, road to profitability.